Hi, it's Therese from Lostinpaper, and today I've got a die cut extravaganza for you. Heaps of die cutting, and in the end it's a very clean and simple card. So what I've done here is just grab some scraps from my stash, and I'm sorting out what colours I think might go well together. I actually don't keep really small scraps anymore. I try not to. I just found it was too difficult to keep track of everything. And if I do need a colour for anything while I'm creating, I'll always go to my scraps first, if I just need, especially if I just need a little piece. Or if I'm trying to work out colour combos, sometimes I'll just move like lots of different pieces of cardstock around together until I see something that I like, or the combination that I like. And that's what I'm doing here. Some nice bright colours. Alright, so now it's time to do the die cutting, and I've got a couple of different dies. They're both from Penny Black, and one's called Layered Flowers, which is the big one, and the small one is from a great set called Gift Card Pocket, and this is a really intricate die. These flowers and these leaves are really intricate, so I haven't actually cut them apart because I don't want to lose them. Now I'm going to cut out each of my different colours and a few of the leaf ones in the green actually, and I only think I used the bright green in the end. And I'm going to keep all my little pieces in a little bowl so that I don't lose them, and then once that's done I'm going to actually start working on my, not on my card base, on my card panel. So I've cut this card panel the same size as my card base, which is 15 by 10.5 centimeters. And I've got this Just For You die, it's also from Penny Black, and I'm trying to work out whether it's straight or not, because it's one of those sentiments that has a bit of an angle on it. So how I did that was I have a little template that I've got cut that I just keep in the packet, and I held that on top. Now it's time to get out all my flowers, and I won't make you sit through all of my shuffling because I do shuffle them around for quite a while, just until I'm sort of happy with the layout. I did decide to keep it fairly clean and simple because I was inspired by Daisy's card, and I will put the link in the description below. Otherwise head over to my blog, the link will be there as well. And I've just added a little sentiment from the snippets set with some Onyx Black ink. I'm layering up my flowers with some foam circles, and using some glue dots. I got two different sizes, the micro and the mini glue dots, and I've got them on the roll again, which I just love. I find this much easier to use, and I see they've got a new dispenser. I might even have to invest in one of those. And I'm putting my little pieces all around, and the good thing about glue dots is I can lift them up and move them around if I'm not happy with where they are. I haven't had a lot of trouble with them actually tearing my cardstock, which is great. These colours, I'm just loving them together, they're so pretty. Alright, so once that's done, I decided to pop up this whole panel on the front of a card, and just for a bit of fun, I've got some black fun foam. I don't know why I decided on black, but to work out the placement of my Just For You in the centre of the card, I've just pressed it onto the foam, and then I can hold it in place and tape it down and run it through, and it should be about kind of right as to where the panel is die cut. Because the problem is, because I'm using coloured fun foam behind it, I didn't want to just piece it behind because it might show through and you might see it. So I thought that it really needed to be covering the whole of the card front, and this is how I got around that. So I've got score tape around the edges, and I'm just peeling back two different corners, and I've added some matte medium, and I've added this to the outside of the letters because I'm going to be wanting to keep the negative space, if that makes sense. I want to keep this as a negative space. I can drop my card panel over top and leaving those little tabs of score tape out, and then once I'm happy with where it's sort of sitting on the foam, I can hold it, press down on the corners that had the adhesive showing so it holds in place, and then pull it away. Just adding the centre to between the S and the T, I decided not to add the the middle of the O's, and then just put some pressure on that until it dried. Then I just came in with a nice long straight sharp pair of scissors and cut off any of the excess foam, because the foam was a little bit squished after running it through my die cutting machine. I had a little fight here using my pokey tool and trying to get out the sentiment, and the good thing is I will be able to keep this piece of foam and the original sentiment die cut and use them on another project. I have a piece of green design paper from Avery. It's one of the sorbet collection, I think that's the one that it's from, and I'm doing exactly the same thing here. I've added the matte medium around the die cut and then used my score tape around the edge of the card, flick back both the corners, and when I'm happy with the placement, put pressure on the corners where the tape is exposed to hold it in place, and then I can just remove each piece of score tape on the release paper and then push down to adhere it. It's a really simple way of doing it and making sure that things are straight before you commit. Okay, then I can just use some more matte medium to hold that little piece in place between the S and the T, and I decided to add some Nouveau. And have you seen the translucent ones and the glittery ones? I'm just a little bit obsessed, can you tell? And I like to pre-make these so that they're ready to go. Yeah, I'm a little bit obsessed. I haven't got them all, but I'm working on it. Shh, don't tell anyone. Especially my husband. Okay, I'm going to adhere these down just using a little bit of matte medium, and I initially tried a few extras and different colours around it, just looked too busy, so I ended up just going with the clear glittery ones and some orange marmalade, which is an orange translucent one, and they're really pretty, and I think it worked really well with the whole overall design. So that's pretty much my card for today. Thanks for joining me. I've had heaps of fun. Till next time, happy paper crafting. Bye.